Do you ever have fears?
Worries and fears? Automatically, any human being must have.
What scares you?
Many things. Like now I must tell you, I have a good number of enemies.
Really?
Yeah. When you go up, you must get enemies.
So what kind of enemies do you have?
Business enemies, they must be there, whether you like it or not. Whether they have come out to declare or not, they are there. So
How do you usually...
they can do harm to me, but God is there to protect me. So you worry, you take precaution, but you can never really prevent them.
Okay.
They are known enemies. If I've told people concerned that if anything like this happens to me, so and so and so and so.
Are you serious?
Yeah, those are the ones.
No, you sound so serious.
Yes.
That is interesting. So those are your fears. Do you ever at times probably don't take maybe tea or food at certain places because maybe you worry you might get poisoned?
Yeah, you must take care of your life. You don't just eat from anywhere. But many times I go to the dining hall. I'm not served the food in my office.
You eat with the...
I eat with the students.
Okay.
I go to the dining hall, eat with the students.
All right. So then let me ask you maybe...
And when I eat, I line up with them and they give me food. I used to do it with them.
I remember you sit with us together, Sunrise Hall. Now, let's talk about some of those biggest, what you would call the odds you've faced in your life or challenges and how you have overcome them.
Big bank loans, because you cannot move without bank loans.
Okay.
Big bank loans. You get a bank loan, you build, you pay back. But before you pay back, of course, you must be worried. You must really plan your money very carefully.
At this particular point, what else is there that we should expect Professor Mukiibi to do? Because while many people might think you have arrived, you're saying you haven't.
I haven't. That's why I was here at 6:30 in the morning. And every campus has its own day for assembly. I attend assembly, address my students, so that these other administrators can learn from me and they take over from me, and then they can control the school. What else? I don't know really. I don't know what God is going to tell me now. You never know. He might tell me to do. Recently, 2 years ago, he told me start a primary school.
And you went back.
And I went and started a primary school. It is here. You've seen it on TV.
Yes.
It is a classic.
Have you ever thought of probably investing in something else that was an education?
No.
And you haven't?
Not at all. I mean, education and education. I'll tell you, when I was going to filling the forms for Mukiibi University, that time there was only one university in Uganda.
Exactly.
Yeah, and all of us who went there went on government scholarship, government sponsorship, because there was no private sponsorship. Good. So when I was filling the forms, first choice was education. Second choice was education. And the third choice was education. I did not want the university to make a mistake.
And not give you that.
And not give me that. When my daughter went to Mukiibi, Miss Trina, you know her,
Yes.
she was not given education. I went. That time, Professor Sekamwa, who is now retired but a lecturer in St. Lawrence University. So Professor Sekamwa was the dean of the school, was the head of the School of Education when Miss Trina went to Mukiibi. She was not given education. I went to Professor Sekamwa and I told him, I did education and we know where we are going. My daughter must do education.
But did she even want to do it?
She wanted, and she does not regret.
Really? Oh, okay.
And I can see her enjoy her life, her work in schools.
Now, Miss Tulina followed your footsteps. I'll ask you about your other children. How many do you have, actually?
In Africa, it's a taboo to ask an African man how many children.
Okay.
You know your children, you have learned the European way, where you say, me, 2 children only. 2 children only. Who told you that you are able to bring up only 2
Only
children?
2 children.
Supposing we become richer than you are now, what will you do? So people who speak a little English, they will always say, me 2 children, me 3 only. 300. I stopped there.
Okay, so you won't tell me the number. You won't tell us the number.
No.
Okay.
A man, an African man, it is a taboo to ask. And let me tell you, an African man of my age never asks.
Okay, so have any of those...
Because I have even adopted children. Like recently, I got 2 children from Mobende.
Okay.
I put them in the Lorenza Junior School. During their holidays, they spent. Just in February, I went to Katimba, Maogola. I got a girl there. She's in P4. She was helpless. She's in P4. I have over 100. All of them are my children.
Okay.
So
how many of those have followed in your footsteps away from Miss Tulina?
they don't all have to be teachers.
Okay.
Some are business. They are doing business in town. And I told them, you be there. Petrol stations, whatnot. But there is one at the university who is there learning the mechanism of the university.
All right.
Yeah, because we started it, and it is we want to see it succeed.
So since you mentioned it's a taboo to talk about how many children you have, it's not a taboo to talk about the power behind Professor Lawrence Mukiibi.
By the way, by coincidence, she's Florence. You know, she's Florence. And she helps us with the meat here and the schools. She supplies us. She's also a teacher by profession. She supplies us with it.
Okay. Is she as much involved as you are?
In the school?
In
Day-to-day
running the schools, yeah.
No, she has that assignment. And it's big enough. It's really big. All these people, you saw them well fed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let me ask, you mentioned you think schools in the morning, in the night, everywhere. And there are other things that you do away from thinking about schools. You as a person, do you have pastime? Do you listen to music? Do you go out? You mentioned dancing. We could do a salsa here. It should be interesting to see you in that.
I used to like dancing, but now I don't have the time to go dancing.
You don't even do any.
I don't have the time. When I attend somebody's party, if he invites me to a party, I will attend as a duty.
Okay, yeah. Like, do you watch television?
I do watch television, especially the news.
Okay.
I watch television. News, I want to know what is taking place.
Okay.
Especially the political aspect of our country, the economic aspect of our country. Yeah. And the general development in the country and outside the country.
Now, finally, you were awarded the Doctor of Philosophy. How did you feel about that, and how do you think it has benefited you?
Oh, I felt very good. By the university in UK, not in Uganda.
That is making you happy.
Yeah, Commonwealth University, right? London Graduate School. I felt so good. I was there among Bazungu, and I gave my speech. They said is this African. But more so, when I showed them what I've done, almost failing to believe, I showed them in pictures and in a video.
They were amazed.
Like you younger people said, they were mesmerized.
Exactly. The wows were all over the place.
Wow.
All right, tell us about them.
Yeah.
No, actually, one of your students told us about them.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
This one is Narubare. Maybe you can look for People's
Resistance Struggle. Nalubale Medal of Honor, Uganda. This was awarded to you on independence?
No,
this is the one for
this is on Heroes Day.
This was on Heroes Day.
On Heroes Day.
Yes.
Pinned to me, pinned on this
for your contribution
by none other than the President Museveni.
You're one of your inspirations.
Yeah. This one is Independence when he was celebrating 50 years. So people who have contributed to the development of this country. And I couldn't escape that, looking at what has been done.
So right now when you look back on that dream that you had at a young age, do you see that exactly?
I see it, and I've achieved even much more than I thought. In fact, I thought I would achieve 5–10%, now I'm 80 or 70. But I've not reached 100%.
You haven't reached it, but you can pinch yourself. I usually do that.
Like this?
Yeah, you can pinch yourself, especially if you feel you've exceeded your expectations.
But I'm still going ahead.
You're still going ahead.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you died today, you would say you die a happy man?
Yeah, I would be happy. Except that when I die, I'll be buried very near here. I'm sure you have a chance to come and bury me. Very near here to Katende. When I die, I want first of all to be buried in a white coffin, casket. These vehicles, funeral service vehicles, they must be white, not black.
Okay.
Everything around, people coming to bury me, I've told the people who are concerned, you say, when you say Professor Mukiibi is dead, the dress code is white. At least some whites. There are capes already made, white capes, people will come and buy. And
You already made that? Are you also going to tell us you already dug your grave?
you prepare.
You already did that?
You prepare for anything.
You're one of those people who does that.
You prepare for anything because you never know anything. Can happen anytime.
Okay.
And you know very well, for sure, you will die.
Of course.
So I want, sometimes I joke, this is just a joke, that when I'm lying in my coffin there, I look around and I see someone who has come to bury me.
Not wearing white.
Not wearing white or cream.
You jump out.
I jump out, give him a foot gloves, and then I go back.
Oh my God. Well, that was a confession. You can only get that watching people run power. So even the coffin is already bold.
That one is not
That
bold.
one is
because
not bold, but it's
but
clear
it
you
must
want
be white.
So it's written in your will. Things
It
have to
must
be done.
be white. Any of my children, they know it. They can't even make that mistake.
Okay.
It must be white.
Wow.
Why black? Because these whites, we speak their language, all right, they colonized us. But they associate anything bad
With
black.
So that is why you want everything to be white on you.
Yes, because I'm not going, when they brought us the region here, angel white, Saturn black.
Yeah, black.
Now,
so
when
even
when
at
you come to bury me,
funeral
when you come
services,
to
we put on black.
when you come to bury me
For
in
you,
black, you are sending me to hell, to the Satanists. Ah, I'm going to heaven. I'm going to heaven.
I like that. Give me
I'm
5.
going to heaven to the angels.
Okay.
That family, the children are good, but there is one black sheep.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That country, especially in Africa, is blacklisted. The headmaster says, whoever, this student, I write you in my black book. Oh, gracious greatness, they looked at our country, our continent, they said, that is a black continent. They called us black, and we are not black. Mabel, are you black?
No, I'm not.
Look at my shoes.
Look at me.
Yeah, look at my shoes. Look at my shoes.
They're
Compare,
black.
compare.
We're
This is
not
black,
this-
this is not
it's
black. And they called themselves white. Are they white?
No.
They're not even white. They are pinkish. All right. So,
All right.
if we are to call ourselves, look at this
I
is chocolate.
know, it
Chocolate. I
is.
think it's chocolate. It's not black.
Black.
Well, I can finally say that it's a wrap for this particular episode and story of Professor Lawrence Mukiibi, a man of all seasons. You will totally agree with me because many a lesson that you've learned from this spacious story. As a teacher, able to grow yields, to have all these schools and colleges, including a university, is a reality that you could also probably pursue in a totally different direction altogether. One thing that I've learned from his story, that even a small dream can become a big dream if you decided to do your hard work right. Well, thank you so much for being part of People and Power. Like I always promise you, many personalities coming your way. My name is Mable Twegumye Zake. Good night.